Darlings, can you keep a secret?
When I'm good, I'm very good.
My new Hollywood beauty icon lipsticks.
Satin soft as whispers.
Matte, as fun as a scandal. So soft, it says hold me.
So strong, it says kiss me. What's the mark of a good kiss?
Lips that hold secrets.
We play all day and stay out all night.
Hollywood beauty icon lipsticks, starring Jourdan Dunn in Cinematic Red, Michaela J in Candy Chic, Meg in Red Carpet Pink, Kate Moss in Icon Baby, and Hollywood Vixen. Darlings, everyone loves a sensation. Shop now at charlottetilbury.com.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. I see you all trickling in. We're just going to give it a few moments. I absolutely am obsessed with that video that you all just watched. That is part of our brand new collection here at Charlotte Tilbury called Hollywood Beauty Icons, featuring the absolutely stunning Kate Moss. So if you have not had a chance to check out those new products, go to charlottetilbury.com or check it out on the Charlotte Tilbury app. So I see you all trickling in. Some of you are in the chat already. Hello, hello, everybody. So my name is Rasheena Green. You do not have to adjust your cameras. I only have half a face of makeup on. We'll get to that. Hi. Again, my name is Rasheena. I am the Education Content Manager for Charlotte Tilbury here in North America. So I'm super excited to have you all here to learn about all of our products. We are going to be covering our gorgeous Walk of No Shame look, featuring some amazing Walk of No Shame colors for shadows, cheeks, lips, but we're also going to be really focusing on our complexion products and our airbrush franchise. So I'm really excited to have you all here. I am actually broadcasting live from Southern California here in San Diego, and I want to know in the chat where all of you are joining from globally. I know we have some new friends here, and we also have some friends that have joined in the past. So hello, hello to all of you. I'm checking it out. We're going to be giving many tips and tricks here on this YouTube live. So stay tuned for that. If you have any additional questions, you can also follow me on Instagram at Rasheena Green Artistry. I'm happy to answer any questions there. If you have any questions about products that we're not talking about, I can also help you out there. So yeah, I see some friends in Germany, New Orleans, hello in the UK. Hello in the Netherlands, Jersey, Yukon, Canada, hello. So again, if you're just joining, I'm Rasheena Green. We're going to jump right into this look, the Walk of No Shame look, which is one of Charlotte's amazing 10 iconic looks. Super stunning. Hello in India. Amazing. Okay, so without further ado, let me tell you what's going on here. I have half a face on, so this is going to be the final look at the end, but a full face. Charlotte always likes to say it's all about beautiful before as well as beautiful after. And every beautiful painting starts with a beautiful canvas. Oh my goodness, where are my words? I have already prepped my skin with Charlotte's iconic skincare. So I've already have my magic cream going. That's why I have this gorgeous glow. But we're all about complexion today. Hello, everybody. Iceland, Melbourne. Hello, Paris. Bonjour. So what I've done is I've completed this look, and I'm going to go ahead and start from beginning to end on this other side. So what I've done to create this gorgeous full coverage is I've started first with Charlotte's Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is iconic. It's already gone viral and sold out globally multiple times. If you do not have this, run, do not walk, get it yourself now. And by the way, I forgot to mention, this class is for all of you. It's a fully shoppable event. I have my partner in the chat named Richard, who's Team Tilbury or Charlotte Tilbury Beauty. Richard is going to be putting links in the chat about all of the products I'm talking about. So if you're wanting to buy it, just click those links just like you saw pop up right now, and it'll take you to Charlotte's website, and you can actually shop these products live while they're not sold out, and you can get yours soon. So Hollywood Flawless Filter. Shade 4.5 is my shade, and you can wear this several different ways. One way that I'm going to be using is you can wear it under your foundation, like I'm doing now. You can mix it into your foundation to make your foundation kind of glow. You can wear it on top as a highlighter, or you could also wear it by itself. So if you just like that really pretty glow, you can wear it alone. So again, 4.5, I'm using my Magic Complexion brush from Charlotte Tilbury. And you're going to see how this is going to give me that really sheer glowing tint that if you wanted to wear by itself, you really could. It comes in 12 different shades, this product. I like to call this a complexion booster. So it's not necessarily really like a foundation. It's not going to give you a ton of coverage. You could still see my freckles through here, but it does even out my redness. So that's really nice. I'm using, again, the shade 4.5, but as a highlighter, I could use a 3. If I wanted to be a little tanner or use it as sort of a contour, I can use a shade 7 if I wanted to. So already I have this gorgeous glow. We're going to get to this more matte full coverage in a second, but Hollywood Flawless Filter is step 1 in the complexion selection here. Okay, so now I'm going to jump into the coverage. And to get the coverage, I'm going to use Charlotte's Airbrush Flawless Foundation. And the shade I use is a 6 Warm. So for the Hollywood Flawless Filter, 4.5. For the foundation, a shade 6 Warm. If you are similar to me and you're a little bit more golden, a little olive tone complected, then you're a warm. If you have a little more rosiness in your skin, slight pink tones, you're going to be a cool. If you're kind of a little bit of both, you're going to be a neutral. So I'm going to use the 6 Warm. I like to do just like 1 pump on my hand, like so. That's actually probably too much. And I'm going to use my same Magic Complexion brush. Let me know in the chat, have you all tried Charlotte's Airbrush Flawless Foundation? And are you loving it? You'll instantly see how this is such a full coverage that I've already covered up my freckles through my cheeks here. This is a really great foundation for really all skin tones, and there's 30 shades. It's really fantastic. Like I said, they come in warm, cools, or neutral, but it's really great for all skin types as well. If you're on the oily side, you'll love how matte this is. If you're on the dry side, this also has a built-in serum. So that's going to hydrate you. It's going to give you this gorgeous airbrush effect. Like, are you kidding me? I have a little hyperpigmentation here. Let's go ahead and cover that up. I like to kind of really tap it in using the Magic Complexion brush. And already this is blending down into the neck. It's settling in really, really nicely. It's never going to accentuate pores or fine lines or anything like that. Don't worry about it looking light. We're going to add a little bit of bronzer, and this also optimizes a little bit darker. So when you're looking for your shade, put a little swatch on your face or your hand, and you want to let it just kind of sit for a couple minutes, and you'll see that it dries down a little bit darker. So the initial look, you're like, ooh, she might be a little light, but don't worry, it actually warms up a bit after it dries down. Basically, water evaporates from it, and that's what gives it that true shade after a couple minutes. All right, so let's see here in the chat. Hello in New York City. So you used it, Elaine, and you love it. Yeah, so a good way, okay, Sarah, good question. If you don't know the greens, yellows, and pinks in your skin, would neutral color be the best option? Yeah, that would be. So like, this is kind of like a really easy tip if it's hard for you to know what your undertone is. If gold jewelry looks really good on you, you're probably a warm undertone. If silver jewelry looks really good on you, chances are you're a cool undertone. If you like to interchange and the both of them look good, you're probably a neutral. So I kind of am actually like, golds look good, but I like to wear silver. Like you can even see my jewelry here. I wear gold and silver. So I actually could be more of a neutral. You could even see my face is very golden, but my arms are like a little bit in between pink and yellow. So I could be a neutral, but I just like my face to be a little bit more warm and golden. You can even see on my chest, I'm a little pink, but don't look at that. We're just using this warm shade for today. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. This foundation is great coverage. Yes, wears all day. So first of all, this is 24 hours of hydration. It's a 16-hour wear. So if you're planning on just like partying the night away or whatever, you just need to look good for the entirety of the day, it's a really good foundation. Okay, so I am almost out of my concealer, but I'm using Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. The shade I'm using is an 8 medium. So this number will usually match up with the Beautiful Skin foundation shade. It's a brightening concealer, so sometimes you'll have to go with like a number that's a little higher than your foundation, because if you match the number, it will look very bright. If you don't want a bright concealer and you want to be more skin tone color, then just go a little bit up in the numbers. I'm going to show you guys a little makeup trick for my that I kind of did this morning on this side. So the concealer is great, medium coverage. It's a brightening concealer. However, she has like a little bit more of that beigey, warm undertone, a little yellowy. I like a little more peachy personally. So what I do is, instead of blending it right away, I like to use our Magic Vanish. This is our color corrector, but it kind of doubles as a concealer because I can wear this by itself and it kind of blends into my skin. So what I'm going to do is use my ring finger, and this is a really creamy, here, I'm going to kind of just pop it on here. You see that? It's just a really creamy color corrector that will cancel out any discoloration on your face, under your eyes. It's a little bit orangey peach. And if you guys understand color theory, the peachy tones of this are going to cancel out any blue tones. So when I layer this with that sort of yellow concealer underneath, it kind of just gives this really beautiful brightening and sort of concealing and correcting shade. Put a little bit on my lid if I wanted to. We're going to get in with shadow here in a second. But this is like your one and done. Like, even if you didn't put that concealer underneath, if you're a similar shade to me, you could wear this color. It comes in 4 shades. So shade 1 is really great for fair skin. Shade 2 is good for sort of medium to deeper skin. Shade 3 is bright orange. So if you have severe discoloration, hyperpigmentation, melasma, the orange corrector is great. If you're, we also have a red one, number 4. If you have really rich, deep complected skin, the red is really great for canceling out those kind of like purpley, darker, hyperpigmentation areas on the skin. So I use number 2, and look at how beautiful that is, just sort of brightening right underneath the eye. We're feeling good. We're looking good. So now I'm going to go in and add a little bit of bronzer to my life because I feel like an egg on this half of my face. But the glow is real, you guys. Like, look at this coverage up close. She's really smooth. Where are the freckles? I do like to show my freckles, so I don't usually use a full coverage, but for you guys, I will. Oh, Elaine, you used that foundation for your wedding. I love it. Elaine approved, you guys. This is a really good one. Hollywood Flawless Filter. It is, when I tell you, I like to say it's like a J-Lo glow. Don't take that to the bank. I just love that it gives you this effortless glow with no glitter, no frost. It looks like glass skin. Hi. Let's see what else. Let's see, foundation, lipstick, everything's so good, right? Magic Vanish. Yes, eBub, Magic Vanish is the best. Okay, so if you have Beautiful Skin foundation in 4 neutral, which shade should you choose for this foundation? We do have a foundation matching guide on charlottetilbury.com, even better on the app. So if you don't have the Charlotte Tilbury app, download it now. It'll help you there. You probably would still be in the 4 range if you're a 4 neutral, Valeria. Try that as well. Okay. Do I put corrector under or over foundation? Jackie, great question. So I actually, if you noticed, stopped putting foundation right up to here, and I don't put any foundation under the eyes. So the reason being is foundation is not tested for the under eye area. So some people out there will put foundation underneath the eye, and it's a little too heavy. And so sometimes if you have sensitive skin, you'll get these little tiny bumps under there. Those are called milia. It's because the product you're using is not compatible, and it'll clog the pores under the eyes, which the under eye skin is the thinnest on the entire body, the heel of your foot being the thickest, just fun fact. So with that being said, I just put concealer under my eye and I blend it down. It's okay to put concealer around your face. It's just best to not put foundation under your eye. That's not like, you don't have to take that to the bank. Like, if you want to put foundation, that's totally your choice. I just prefer not to put foundation under my eye. Okay, on to bronzing. Obviously, this looks really not beautiful. That's because I use it every day. So she's almost empty, you guys. I need to reorder some of my Charlotte products along with all of you. But this is our gorgeous palette. This is our gorgeous compact, our Beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow bronzer. I use the shade 2 medium. And I'm going to use the brush that goes for it along with it. It's a beautiful skin bronzing brush. You can use any kind of brush. This is the one that I like to use because it's a little kabuki. And it just swipes right on really beautifully and easily. So you can stipple if you want to. I like to kind of just get in there right into the hairline as well. And just kind of get my bronze on so I don't look so flat and a little bit more structured like the other side. And you can put as much, like I said, or as little as you want to. If you like to have a little more control of where it's applied, you could use a little bit of a smaller brush and just apply like this. It's totally up to you. I like the other one that it's a little bit wider and bigger because it just kind of covers the area that I was planning on going anyways. So that's that. You can add a little, some people will add concealer here to kind of clean up, but I think it just did the job. Okay. So now that I have this, I'm going to let this sort of set for a little bit while I jump into the rest of the color makeup. So I'm going to go into eyes. And the very first product that I'm going to use is Charlotte's Color Chameleon, and the shade is Pillow Talk. These are really, really good for people that just want to kind of pop something on the eye, but they don't have a lot of time to do their makeup. This is a really beautiful sort of rose gold shade. You can use them by itself, or you can use it as sort of a base for your eyeshadows. I like it because, as you can see here, it kind of looks wet. I also added a few other products, you'll see. So I'm just going to color this right all over the lid into the crease. And then I'm going to go a little bit upward and outward. And then I'm going to very softly just blend the edges with my finger. I'm not going all over the lid. I'm just going right along the very top edge and a little bit on the outside just to give a soft blend. And like, look, you could literally be done. Like that could be your eye. But that's not going to be our eye today. I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom, just like that as well, and a little soft blend. So that's going to be kind of like the base of my eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go in with, of course, the star of the show, Walk of No Shame. This is our luxury palette that comes in 4 shades. We have our Prime Enhanced Smoke Pop shade. How do you use this? Instructions are written on the back for all of your ease. So the first shade we're going to do is the Prime shade. And I'm only going to use 2 brushes today, Charlotte's Blender brush and Charlotte's Smudger brush. So step 1, and my finger. So I'm going to get the Prime shade, which has a built-in eyeshadow primer. So some people ask like, oh, you didn't put a primer on your eyes. You don't have to, because the built-in Prime shade here, or the Prime shade has a built-in primer. And technically you would put this all over your eye, but because I put the Color Chameleon and Pillow Talk on first, I decided not to. But technically I would just swash it all over. So then I'm going to get the Enhanced shade. So Prime Enhanced, this is the second shade. I'm going to start on the outside corner because I love Charlotte's Youth Boosting Eye Shape. I'm going to just sort of wash it along the lid and a little into the crease, and I'm going to blend it upwards and outwards. This is, again, Charlotte's Youth Boosting Eye Shape. I'm just going back and forth, you guys. If you have 0 skills in doing makeup, look at that. She's blended and it looks great. I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm looking at the chat. Let's see what they say. Oh, you can get direct consults on charlottetilbury.com. You can book them. Just search virtual consultations, I believe is what it's called. The powder is amazing. We're going to get to that in a bit, Vanessa. I do prefer to use a brush, but sometimes I'll go in with a sponge to kind of absorb excess. I'm going to put a little bit more in here. Let's see. Brush does give a lot of control. And sometimes sponges, I'm not big on, like, sometimes bacteria grows in there. You know what I mean? Yes. If you're fair skinned, you can totally use this. You don't have to use all 4 shades. Charlotte likes to say this is your day look, just these 2, which you would see on this eye. Then you have your desk look, which is going to just pump it up, which I'll do in a second. Disco is when you add the sparkle. So this is a full disco eye. We're going to get there. So this is the day eye. This is the disco eye. So I'm going to add a little bit of this smoke shade right in the same kind of area that I had just applied the enhanced shade, but only a little bit. Like, I just want to kind of define the corner. And I have close set eyes, so I like to build my color outwards versus inwards, because when I build it outwards, it makes my eyes a little bit more separated. It gives the illusion of a separation because these eyes are close and they want to high five each other. All right, I feel like I actually need to put a little bit more there. Okay. So this would be the desk eye. Very soft, very subtle. What you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So I'm going in with my, oh, I used the wrong brush. Smudger brush. And I'm going to pop a little bit of the, I'm going to put my chin down. This is the enhanced shade that I had put first after the prime shade. So I'm just lining the bottom. Then I'm going to go and get that smoke shade that I just put. I put it in the top corner, so I'm only going to put it in the bottom corner. Now the fun part about this is the disco. So go in with your finger with the pop shade. I'm going to go in close so you guys can see. Watch this. Look at that. It just gives it kind of a little bit more sparkle. It makes it fun and a little bit more, I don't know, party-like. Let's add a little bit more to this side. I really, you guys, the sparkle is it for me. Okay, let's move on to some liner. I have, again, close set eyes, but they're also a little bit hooded, so it's a little bit heavy up at the top, and it kind of hangs low. So to create a wing liner that's not going to make the rest of my eyeshadow disappear, I just put a little bit of eyeliner in the corner. So I just go right along my lash line here. And I like to look down into the mirror so you can see where you're going. And then I kind of flick it outwards like so. I'm using Charlotte's Hollywood Exaggerized Duo Liner. And I really like this liner because if you mess up or you can, you need to clean up something before it dries, it's super easy to clean. So I'm looking and seeing if these match up. This could be a little bit darker. The wing might be too long. We'll see. I also like if you have, magic cream and a little cotton bud, you can also clean it up with that. I love how dark this liner gets. It's actually two-sided. So we have black on one side, and then you have this really pretty shimmery sort of champagne color on the other side. So once you have your liner on, I actually like to put a little bit, oh, I'm going to just tight line into the camera. I put a little bit of this. Don't worry about my eye gets a little wonky here. And that's our tight line, Feline Flick Quick Liner. Is it even? She's close. Let's add a little bit, make it a little darker over here. I always like to say, Charlotte always likes to say, we want to make sisters. If we can get twins, that would be great, but we want them related. All right, so let's go with that. Now let's go and add a little bit of mascara. So I am obsessed with all of our mascaras. But the one that I have right now, sorry, Richard in the chat, I'm actually going to be using our legendary lash mascara. I really do love our Pillow Talk Push-Up Lash Mascara, but along with a lot of the products, as you can see today, I ran out. So we're going to be using classic legendary lashes. This is going to give you a ton of volume, and this comes in black. I really like it because it's a pretty wet mascara. So if you like a mascara that you do not have to do a ton of coats, this is really the one because it's kind of a one and done. You can see how it builds my lashes pretty quickly. I'm doing a sort of side by side and out zhuzh. Again, this look, if you've joined the class late, this is all about our Walk of No Shame products and also our amazing airbrush complexion product, which we're going to get to the powder in just a second. So I like to do a little bit on the top and I do a little bit on the bottom. Ooh, the shadow looks wild. And then you have just this gorgeous eye. I feel like these look a little different, but that just could be me. Okay. We're going to go on to a little bit of powder. So I want to this is another trick I have. Do you guys ever get a little bit of smudge here from your eyeliner or your mascara and you're like, oh, what am I going to do? I wish this was not like this. I wish my mascara and liner didn't mess up. And maybe your products are not waterproof, but you don't like to wear waterproof. So what I do is this. This is Charlotte's Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish in a mini. It comes in a full size. I like to use the fair medium, which is basically a transparent white. And I'll go in with my tiny brush, and I love to just set the underneath of my eye with this powder. Some people get nervous about putting powder under the eye because they think it's going to enhance like texture, fine lines, wrinkles, but like this powder blurs. Do you guys see that? Let's put a little bit on this side. Blurs the underneath of the eye like so. So then for the rest of my face, I'll just use Charlotte's regular Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. Someone mentioned it in the chat. Obviously, I love mine. It's got a belly button. Watch how this takes away the shine, but it still leaves a soft glow. Someone asked about the pop shade. Does it fall? It does a little bit, but guess what? I think it looks pretty. Just a tiny bit, not a lot. Let's blend this through the forehead. So this is going to mattify your look, but it's still, again, going to leave a little bit of a soft glow so that you don't look so dry. Let's see. These eyeshadow colors are great, right? Oh, the feline flick. Oh, the feline flick in a pillow talk. That sounds sexy. Okay, so now that I've got this on, I'm going to do a little bit of a lip. As you guys can see, Charlotte's lip cheats are meant to resize and reshape your lips. I'm using the shade Walk of No Shame. So you can slightly overdraw, as you can see I've done on this side. I'm going to have to be quiet for a second here. So what's great about this lip liner is it's super creamy. So it's not going to feel like daggers on the face as you line your lips. It's also waterproof. I think it's an 8 or 10 hour wear. If you are planning on not touching up, you can color your whole lip in with the lip liner. Oh, did I block that entire thing? Sorry. Yeah. So if you fill in your whole entire lip with the lip liner, it's going to be even longer wearing. So I'm going to use my Walk of No Shame lipstick. I have this cute little mini travel size one, but of course the full size ones are available on charlottetilbury.com. Walk of No Shame lipstick. I love this shade. I also will do this with just my finger sometimes, and it gives you that sort of like wine stained lip. Love it, love it, love it. This side feels so small. I think I need to overdraw it a little bit more. Oh my gosh, look how nuts that looks. All right, let's make these babies a little bit juicier. Hold on, let's clean this. And after we do this, we're going to do a little bit of cheek. I love to overdraw my lips. Why not, you know? If it's not noticeable. Yeah, what do you guys think? All right, I feel like with the cheek is really going to round this out here. Okay, of course I'm going to be using Cheek to Chic blusher in a Walk of No Shame. Yes, M. Grover. If you do not want to be mattified and you want to be glowing all the way down, then yeah, just don't set it. So I'm using a Walk of No Shame blush, which I definitely put too much on there, but don't worry, we're going to buff it out. Or maybe we're going to add more to this side, actually. Let's see. So I love this shade because it's like a built-in highlighter right over here. Let's put a little bit on the nose. I find that so cute when people do a little bit of blush there. So swish and pop, or swish and glow is what Charlotte likes to say. And then to really just kind of give this a nice shine that can be seen from outer space. So, you know, M. Grover, if you really want the shine, but you don't want to be too shiny, you can mattify it with a powder, but then go in with Charlotte's Spotlight Beauty Light Wand. You want to twist it to unlock, squeeze a little bit out, and then lock it again. And I like to put a little bit there. Let's put a little bit on the tip of the nose, maybe right there. Let's put a little bit something right there. Okay. So you can use this, blend this with a brush. You can blend it with that just kind of lifts the lip up. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can use your finger, which I am doing right now. Like that. And this is going to give you megawatt shine. I feel like this is the most glowy product we have. This can be seen from space if you definitely appreciate a super luminous glow. Not super glittery at all, just super shiny. Woo. This is the look. Let's set her. and forget her with Charlotte's Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I have the jumbo size. This is the 200 ml. Like, oh my goodness. You guys, if you already use this and you love it, like, you need to get this size. I don't know where the other size is. I will show you the comparison. All right, let's lock it in. 16 hours. Love this setting spray because it is going to really have a fan. Lock your makeup on. It's not going to move anywhere. You can actually spray it on as a primer first. I like to do my whole skincare routine. I'll spray the setting spray, do my full face of makeup, and then I'll also set it at the very end. I find that makes your face extra, extra, extra like locked in. So putting that on, and that is the look. I always like to end these YouTube lives with my top favorite must-haves. First of all, let me know in the chat, what do we think of this final look? This is, again, Walk of No Shame, featuring our Airbrush Flawless complexion products. Thank you so much, Richard, in the chat for putting all of those links in there for everybody to shop. Remember, if you didn't hear me in the beginning, click the links that Richard shared. It'll take you to charlottetilbury.com. You can shop these products live, add to your basket because products have sold out in the past. Monochromatic look with Walk of No Shame. Every time, you got it. Eyes, cheeks, lips, all Walk of No Shame. We love her. So again, if I had to pick just 3, if I was on a deserted island and I'm like, oh, I can only bring 3 products with me, they would be Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I love a full coverage for a desert island. It's going to, protect my skin and look really amazing while I'm at it. Number 2 is going to have to be, I would probably say, the Luxury Palette in Walk of No Shame. We love her for the eyes. Again, I have you could do a day look, desk, or disco look with that. Instructions are written on the back, or you could just rewatch this YouTube to learn how to apply. So that's number 2. Last but not least, I'd probably have to say Spotlight. I really love the highlight for Spotlight. Like, this glow is out of this world. And those would be my 3. So hopefully you enjoyed the class. Hopefully you found some products that you love. Hopefully you learned some amazing tips and tricks, as always, from our YouTube live here at Charlotte Tilbury. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me on Instagram at Rasheena Green Artistry. Don't be afraid to DM me, ask me whatever questions you would like. Add me as a friend. I'd love to add you as well. You can see my Instagram handle in the chat as well as on the screen perhaps soon. But please feel free to join us again. I love sharing all of my wealth of knowledge with you that I've learned from Charlotte herself. And I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. No matter where you are in the world, have a great afternoon or evening or morning. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Close-up looks before we go. Bye-bye.